Hello and welcome to this video about the KAZA Projects Database Map app. This is the update. So we have a splash screen just telling you about the overview map, that there are different coloured projects and they are the active ones. There's also grey projects which have expired, and you can click on the map to reveal pop-up information about the themes, donors and partners. There's an attribute table at the bottom to further explore the information. So once you've read that, you can click anywhere on the screen and you see a map of KAZA with some pastel colours. Each colour represents a project and it shows you the area of that project. If you click in the map, a pop-up window will appear and it will tell you all the details, the project start date and end date, primary goal, the donors, all sorts of bits of information about the project that I have clicked on. Now, as you can see at the top, there are these arrows and there are 14 projects underneath that point where I clicked. So if I scroll through them, you can see that the actual extent of the project is changing, and this one covers the whole of the Silawana complex. And you can see there sometimes move the map over for a second, sometimes in multiple areas, the same projects, KAZA Dream Fund for example. And you can see the WDA, that's just the Zambian component of the Kwando River WDA for that project. And you can see that there are different projects all over KAZA. And as you click through, you can see the pop-up changes telling you about the different projects there. So clicking on the map is just one way of looking at this data. If you click anywhere else, it will deselect everything. And you can see there's displayed projects information. So 58 projects active at the moment, which means that they have an expiry date in the future or no expiry date. We also have expired projects which have had an end date that's already passed. We've got filters here: theme filter, donor filter, partners filter. If I click on that plus, I can then filter the data according to theme. So I'm going to turn on the fisheries filter, and you can see there are just 3 projects and the combined project budget is $108 million. Now that's for these projects. There may be multiple themes, and if I click on it, click on one of them, you can see, look, there are many themes. So it's not just fisheries, but these are projects that include fisheries. So I can do that for all of the themes, and also for the donors if I want to know who's funding which project. Let's just pick an example. Intrepid. Yes, there, just one project for $110,000, and that is for human-wildlife conflict. Now, just to say that there are sometimes several donors, so it may not all come from the same donor. Look here, we've got WWF Zimbabwe, Lion Recovery Fund and Intrepid Foundation. So that $110,000, that's for the entire project, not necessarily just from Intrepid. Okay, so then also partners. You can click on the partners, scroll down, see who you want. The Halo Trust, see where they're working, and you can see here are 3 projects in Angola, or the Angolan section, and they're with the Halo Trust. So that's how the filters work. And if you turn them off, it shows you the whole of KAZA again. Now at the bottom here there's a triangle, and that is the attribute table, and that tells you that there are 2 projects here, and this just gives you the information about those 2 projects. If I turn off that filter, I'll just close this for a second. If I turn that filter off, toggle that button there, now the attribute will tell me for all of them. You see 58, and this is like a spreadsheet, just tells me where all of the data about all the projects at once. Now I did mention earlier that there are expired projects, and if I click on this layer I can actually turn on the expired projects. I'll turn this one off, I'll turn this one on, and there you can see the grey polygons. Click on those and it'll tell me about the expired projects. So this is an overall map, and I can filter for theme, donor, partner. We also have a projects list, which is similar to the old dashboard, and that I can filter by WDA. Let's say, for example, we'll just wait a second. Now it says again 58 projects, 254 million total budget, and you have the map. And if I turn on the Kavango River filter, I turn that on, and it will just show me the projects that have at least a component of them in the Kavango River WDA. You can see there are 25 projects here with a total budget of 112 million. And this is the list of all the projects that are mentioned here. These are the ones that are filtered. There should be 25 of those. And if I click on them, it will pan to where it is on the map, and it will give me individual project data, similar to the pop-up window before, but that will change when I go through that list. These are active projects. Below this there are also expired projects, and it's the same idea. Okay, so stats. I have different stats about my projects. I can look in active projects, expired, or all projects. And if I open up this accordion, it's called, you can see the themes are actually what the stats are at the moment, and it's telling me how many projects with each theme. Wildlife is the biggest theme in KAZA, but livelihoods also very important, and CBMRN. I can also see the donors. This will tell me, it's very small text because we have so many donors, but you can see obviously KFW is a big donor here. Unspecified donors, there's quite a few of those. WWF Namibia, private donors, Dutch postcode lottery, and so on. And we also have primary implementing partners, again quite a few of those. KAZA Secretariat is a lot, Victoria Falls Wildlife Trust, etc. And we even have local implementing partners. So we can see that Victoria Falls Wildlife Trust again, this one, other, and government ministries very involved. So those are some stats. We have a link to the survey itself, so that if you need to add new data, you can do so here. And then of course information about the actual app. So this is really everything I've been talking about. It tells you how to use the app, looking at the 5 different pages, tells you about where the data is from the 21 to 24 survey, how to use the map, clicking on everything, sorry, can't talk anymore, telling you about the filters, how to move around the map, the legends, base maps, you can change the base map if you like, the attribute tables, you can even export from the attribute table, and then it'll tell you about the projects list, also known as dashboard, and how that works. We looked at that as well. And then the statistics page. And the survey is pretty self-explanatory. You just fill that up and submit it. It doesn't update automatically. Somebody has to link the data, which may well be me. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, get in touch with WWF Germany or the KAZA Secretariat. And happy mapping. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.